You were fine, actually fine, not fake fine, sleeping through the night, laughing at dinner. You hadn't checked their profile in weeks. Then a song comes on in a grocery store, or notes in, and your whole body remembers before your mind even gets the memo. That's not weakness. That's not, you're not over it. That's a survival mechanism older than language itself, firing off in a checkout line over a pop song. So today, we're going to rip this thing open. Why one song, one smell, one street corner can undo 3 weeks of healing in 4 seconds flat, and the one thing almost nobody tells you about what that moment actually means. Watch this whole thing. Because by the end, that grocery store moment is never going to wreck your day again. The bridge. And this isn't a someday problem. This is a right now problem. These triggers don't quietly disappear because time passed. They can ambush you a month from now, a year from now, on a completely random Tuesday, for absolutely no reason. Here's the part almost nobody explains right. Your brain was never storing them. It was storing something else the entire time, and once you see what that something else actually is, every single trigger you've ever had is going to make sense. Let's go there. Part 1, the trigger. Think about the last time it ambushed you, because it probably wasn't dramatic. It was small. Their perfume, on a total stranger, in an elevator. Your song, playing over a coffee shop speaker like it owns the place. Walking past the restaurant from your first date. An old photo you forgot you even saved, scrolling by at 11 p.m. A holiday that used to mean something and now just means something's missing. None of that is the person. It's a smell, a sound, a sidewalk, but your brain didn't file it that way. Here's the wiring, stripped down to the studs. Your brain links whatever happened at the same time. Song playing while you fell for someone? That song stops being a song. It becomes the feeling. Perfume while you felt safe? That perfume stops being a scent. It becomes safety. This isn't fate. It isn't a sign. It's not the universe telling you anything. It's just wiring, the same wiring that would fire for any powerful memory, breakup or not. Now, if part of you is thinking, okay, but this feels way too intense to just be wiring, good. Hold that thought, because it's about to get a lot more interesting. Part 2, why it hits like a truck. Here's the part that messes with people the most. You can be completely fine all day, and then one tiny cue flips a switch, and suddenly you're underwater. Fine, then not fine, in 4 seconds. That whiplash feels like proof you're failing to heal. It is actually proof of the exact opposite. Emotionally intense memories get burned in deeper than ordinary ones. Every brain does this. Every human who has ever felt something big has this exact wiring. It's not a flaw in you, it's the standard setting. And the vividness of that memory outlasts the pain that made it. That's the gap you keep falling into. But here's where it gets good. Once you see that gap for what it is, the real question stops being, why do I still feel this? It becomes something else entirely. And that question has an answer most people never get to hear. Part 3, the twist nobody tells you. Here it is. The part that changes everything for most people watching right now. A lot of the time, you're not missing them. You're missing the version of yourself that existed when they were around. The late night talks, feeling chosen, feeling safe enough to fall asleep mid-sentence, feeling like someone else was excited about your life, so your life felt worth being excited about. Your brain never separates I miss feeling good from I miss the person attached to that feeling. It fuses them, permanently, instantly, which is exactly why you can miss someone you know logically, obviously, wasn't right for you. That's not proof they were the one. That's proof the feeling was real, even when the relationship wasn't. And this is where it gets almost too specific to be a coincidence. Part 4, why certain dates wreck you every time. Anniversaries, birthdays, that one Sunday ritual you used to have. These don't hit harder by accident, they hit harder because your brain built an entire rhythm around them. Anything repeated gets carved deeper, every single time it repeats. A year of Sundays meaning something specific doesn't erase itself just because the person's gone. The date shows up on the calendar and the old expectation shows up right behind it, automatically, before you've even had a conscious thought about it. This is exactly why breakup grief isn't a clean line down and done. It's a line with landmines buried in it, tied to timing you can't control. That's not failure. That's just what an interrupted rhythm looks like from the inside. So let's put this together, because it matters more than it sounds. A song hitting you doesn't mean you should text them. A smell catching you off guard doesn't mean the relationship deserves round 2. A brutal anniversary doesn't mean you're stuck, or broken, or somehow failing at healing. Your brain is doing exactly what it was built to do, holding on to the big, meaningful moments longer than the forgettable ones. That's not a malfunction. That's not a sign from the universe. That's just memory, being memory. So next time it hits, and it will do this instead of spiraling. 1. Name it, out loud if you have to. This is a memory trigger, not a signal to act. 2. Give it 90 seconds. That's it. Most emotional surges peak and crash inside that window if you don't feed them a story. 3. Ask the real question. Am I missing them? Or am I missing how I felt? That one question changes everything. So remember this, because it's the whole video in one line. A memory returning is not the same thing as a relationship returning. Your brain is going to keep doing this for a while. That's normal. That's not broken. And if you want to know exactly what to do the moment it happens, that's the next video. And trust me, you want to see it. For now, I need to know, what's the one thing that still gets you? A song? A smell? A place you can't drive past? Tell me in the comments below. And if this made you feel a little less crazy and a lot more understood, hit subscribe, because that's exactly what this channel is here for.